Okay, hi everybody. I am representing SIPFO here and just sharing a concept which is relatively new in India, which is about buying and selling of domain names. Like Jay gave an example that vijay.kl might not be available. So something on those lines, what can be done if that domain is booked or not? Like I mentioned, it's a relatively new concept in India, but overseas, some of the domains have actually been sold more than the physical property. Uh, I did a search, I did some research and could come out with some statistics. Uh, According to some auctions which were held recently, say a domain like onlineinvestment.com went for around say $9,000, or a New York City Museum.com went for around $1 lakh. Then you have different TLDs like news.movie, which again went for around $1,10,000. Again, this domain might sound interesting. Some people sitting here. Criminallawyers.com went for around $2 lakh. So that's the situation outside India. Like I mentioned, or like it was discussed, most of the top level domains have actually been taken by somebody, and you always think, okay, I have a domain in my mind and somebody has taken it. Either I spend time, like it was discussed earlier, I can put hyphens or I can use numbers and say take a relatively different domain name, or you can actually see who's actually booked it and approach that person, or perhaps that might sound logical in some cases. Uh, Domain aftermarket market is something like that only, wherein you actually approach a person who's actually booked that domain name, and you approaching him and negotiating the price. That's basically the concept of aftermarket. Now again, this has been discussed in detail earlier, but to make a point, say a domain could be your brand name, or it could be a service or product which you're offering. Uh, it could be, say, if you have a brand name like Parley, what can be the domain options you can take? It could parlayagro.com, or it can also look into booking domains which the products it has, say fruity.com or maza.com. Uh, Again, say I am NIIT. So would a domain like Computer Courses India make sense to me? That's relatively up to you which domain suits you. Actually, here I have had a question which the panelists can answer. As a corporation, how many domains and variations can I book?
Well, this is a very tricky question to answer to it. What I would recommend, I have incorporated this suggestion in one of my slides in the later session. There are n number of CCTLDs available today and n number of GTLDs, and ICANN is propagating to have new GTLD regime wherein you can get .brand. Say your brand is IBM, so you can go for .IBM, provided you pay a fee for that. It can be for 10 years or 20 years, but whatever the rules ICANN can come up. But to be very precise, I would suggest that brand owners should first look in for their own brands that they are secure online. They can opt for GTLDs at the first instance and then go to the CCTLDs where their business operations are already existing. After booking that, then they can go for the future markets where they can potentially expand in near future. So that has the complete domain name strategy has to be built up.
Okay. Recently we were having a chat, and also the slide came that way that you can actually book a domain for every action you take. Again, say you are a foreign education company, so immediately a thing which might come into your mind would be foreigneducation.com if that's taken, foreigneducation.net. So you can see various combinations which suits you. This is the important point which I feel is the important one, that you should have the vision for a domain name. It's not that domain sounds good to me, so I should take it, it would be good in my pocket. But you have to build up, you should have the vision, okay, I can do something with that domain name in the coming time. actually in the previous slide, I can think of an example like Shadi.com. I think it's a very, I personally use it and I felt it's a good site and combines both the aspects. Now again, this was some pictures like these are sites like business.com, beer.com, diamond.com. These are the brands which are very popular, or I would say the names which sound very popular. I don't know whether they're actually being utilized in a commercial way or not, but they have been purchased at a very high price. In India, if you can talk about in.com was purchased according to undisclosed reports for around $1 million, and and I think Web 18 Group has taken it, so they're using it perhaps. So finally, my view would be that content is the king, but if you can combine it with a generic domain name and update that domain regularly, it could be really powerful. We had posted some details about this event on the internet, and some of the domains which were submitted to CIFFO have been listed here. Jay would be kind of giving details about that in a later time, but here let me go through some of them which I could immediately make sense. Say artgallery.co.in, it's actually suited for the person who is an artist and plan to have an art gallery in India. Then you have keepcityclean.com, it's about say advising people and all. Careers.org.in, commonwealthgames.net. Now basically you can see Delhi is hosting that, so and Glasgow would be hosting it in the future. So that is, and while I was making this slide, I realized that IOC has accepted cricket in the Olympics, so maybe that comes to Commonwealth Games too. Streetfoodindia.com is a relatively new domain name, but it reminds me of the malls, food courts and malls of Rajouri and Gurgaon. So these are things which you can think of, but again, like I said, you have to put content on that. Otherwise, my experience is they keep lying vacant and of no use. If you have any queries regarding that, this is the details and all. Somebody from our team would get in touch and can clarify everything. Thanks.